Love is a lie, sucking you dry. Love's not a friend until the end.
I think I had 1,000 questions for you, and I'm not sure where to begin, but I will begin with the first time I saw you on YouTube, and I was like, wow, this woman is great, and I have to see everything she ever recorded and everything, and like, is this the same woman? Is this the same woman? You changed a lot during the years.
Yes.
Is this because you have changed inside and you wanted that to show, or is just something that job requires?
I don't know. I just think I got like a million different personalities, so it just depends on which day. And I changed my hair color a lot, and
yeah,
you know. But I didn't for years. For years, I had one look only. It was ripped up jeans, bare feet, the same tank top every single day, every show, and my hair just wild. And then I think around the age 40, I just got bored with it all, and I wanted to start making some changes. So I just started messing with like wearing heels. I never used to wear heels. Will go barefoot. I'll still go with my boots, but I wear heels a lot, and just more feminine, I think, overall.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know
why. It shows.
Yeah, thank you.
World lost so many outstanding musicians over the years because of the way they lived, and this line of work is not easy. It's hard. How to save yourself from going down in this business? You had the problem, and you
absolutely
got up.
Yeah, I think one of the big turning points for me was to recognize that it didn't have to be all-consuming. It didn't have to be the way I was looking at it. I had to change. I had to step back away from that and not make it that, you know, being a singer or performer or having a lot of people come to a show or people even buying a record or even having a record deal, it really matters. It doesn't really matter. I think what matters is waking up in the morning and having people that you know you love and that love you back, and waking up in the morning and being grateful that you can breathe and you can walk and you can see and you can hear, or you can just do anything that day that is natural. Like just like the music business, who gives a shit? It just, that had to stop for me. I think I made it my identity. And when I stopped making it my identity, I think that's when I started to get healthy, you know, but you know, it's always like, it's kind of like working out. You know, you can't work out for a couple of weeks and then think, okay, I'm good to go. It's a consistent focus on that. And one of the things that really started to help me, other than having consistent therapy, was belonging to some type of a faith that I can practice. So for me, it's like church, it's believing in Jesus, but I think it's whatever anybody wants to believe. If it's Allah, if it's Buddhism, if it's believing in nature, just believing that something higher has got your back and that it's going to teach you to love and teach you to live and teach you to be grateful. And I think through that, there really comes a lot of peace that can come from that. And then practicing also meditation has been really helpful, daily meditation. So just stuff like that, you know, but most importantly, stepping away from thinking that all that stuff is important, because it's not important. It doesn't matter.
And you don't have the problem to talk about it. Is it because you want to help other younger people?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to seem like, you know, I'm this, you know, guy that's trying to like save the world. I mean, that's not, you know, my thing at all. I just think that it's a shame to not share things that have helped you, because then it kind of goes in vain. So if something has helped, I think it's important that I pass that forward in any way that I can, just to be open about it. And also it reminds me too to not be ashamed, you know what I mean? I think that a big part of mental illness as well as addiction is shame. And I think that is really like a trap, it's a cage. So I think that when you're open and you just share about your experiences, it teaches you that you're just a human being, you know, going through the motions of life, and there are the ups, there's the downs, you have your strengths, you have your weaknesses, and it's really okay, you know? But being open kind of helps me with that.
That brings me to a question. Young people today who want to be musicians and want to go on tours, they all think it's like, wow, it's great, it's glamour, and they want to be a rock stars. And when people look at you, when they meet you and look at the way you live, and you are a rock star, but you're not a star in the modern kind of way.
No, I don't have any paparazzi chasing me around, thank God. Oh my God.
Who is the star today? Who was the star for you?
Oh, who's a
real
a
star,
star?
real rock
for me?
star,
To me, a
yeah.
real rock star is my husband. He's amazing. He's very, very strong, but at the same time, he's incredibly vulnerable. He's incredibly generous. He takes it, man, as it comes, and he always finds the good in everything and in everyone. He's amazing. I mean, to me, a rock star doesn't really have to do with music. It has to do with the way you look at life, and that's what he is. You know, I'm nothing like Scott. Scott is my hero, you know. He's got endurance, you know, and he's just special, you know, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's the best. Yeah.
And when you're on stage, you look like you could be a part of totally different decade in music. Would you like to be a part of some other decade in music, or just
Yeah, you
this
know,
is it?
there was a decade that I love the 20s and 30s. I
Not
thought
the
that
70s and 60s.
When I was younger, I did. In my early 20s, I thought like the whole 60s, 70s thing was the coolest thing. But the whole hippie thing kind of came back at my age at that time. So it had become kind of like a thing with all of our friends and stuff. But yeah, now I really love like the whole 20s, 30s, 40s, that time of music as well as that time of the look. I thought it was great, really classy. But also the songwriting back then was incredible. It was all about the lyric and a really carved melody. And I love that. I love those stories, and it's put so beautifully. And so I guess my mom's genre of when she was coming up, like the stuff she listened to, you know, I heard that stuff as a kid a lot. So I think that's a great time in music.
And today you had the chance to work with a lot of great musicians. We talk a lot about Joe Bonamassa, and we know that the album is over. When we will hear the album with Joe Bonamassa, new album?
Well, we're working on the third one now.
Yeah.
Yes, so we still have a little more work to do. Yes.
Soon.
I believe it's going to come out in 2018. I think so. Yeah,
We
but
heard
I'm
it
not
was going to be
positive.
this-
2017? Yeah, maybe it will. I'm not sure exactly what they have planned.
And what do you like the most about that collaboration?
Well, I love working with Joe. Joe was very, very, his vocabulary as a guitar player, he really can play any genre. So it's easy, you know? I mean, you can throw anything his way and he can just kill it, you know? And I also love that he's really open to eclectic albums. That's something I've always loved. He doesn't, he's not into that belief of that whole cohesive thing. Like, to me, the word cohesive is just boring. And I love that he's open to that, you know, and having fun with that. Also, you know, he's not only an incredibly talented person, but he's incredibly disciplined and really cares about doing his job,
looks like that,
killing
yeah.
his job. Yeah. So
Like so
he
serious.
he just, I think, has so much respect and is so humble before music, and I think that's why he's one of the best there is that I don't think he ever thinks it's about him. I think he always thinks it's about, you know, music and working at it. And like, look at him as a singer. He just keeps getting better and better as a singer as well. I'm listening to him sing now and I'm just going, God, you sing your ass off. But he's always working at it, and he's always touring, you know, so he's always sharpening that.
And you will go on tour with him maybe next year?
Oh, I don't know. Nah, probably not. We don't really tour together. We may do a couple of shows here together, here and there. Also, in the past, when we did do a short tour, it was because we were gearing up to do a live DVD at the Cray. So I'm sure if we were to do another DVD, we would probably tour for a couple of weeks as well for that. But no, I mean, he's out doing his thing, and I'm out doing my thing. And when we come together to make a record, it's always fantastic. So,
Who would you like to work with and you didn't?
well, brokenhearted over Leonard Cohen. I would have loved to have done anything with Leonard Cohen. You know, I even have a song about him on this latest record called Love Gangster. And to me, he was like the ultimate love gangster, just sexy. No matter what his age, he just got sexier and sexier. And as a songwriter, just to me, no one can touch him. His lyrics were nothing less than absolutely extraordinary.
And a live musician?
Oh, huh?
Alive
People
musicians?
alive? Well, I still would love to do anything with Tom Waits. I mean, I'm such a huge fan of Tom Waits. So, yeah.
We're waiting for that duet or something. What are the 5 most important words in your life?
The 5 most important words
in your life.
Faith, love, of course, compassion, forgiveness,
You can do more than 5.
humility. Humility, probably. Yeah, probably is.
I know there's no recipe for happiness, but
Gratefulness.
when you
That's to me the recipe. It's gratefulness.
to be grateful. And
Yeah, if
everything.
you can be grateful, you can be happy. If you can't be grateful, you can't be happy. I really think that's the key to happiness is gratefulness. Whatever you got, not longing for more, not tripping over the past and wishing things could be different, but being right here and right now and being grateful, finding what is good in now. And I think that, that's kind of like the difference between heaven and hell. I can be in heaven right now by finding the good in everyone I see and everywhere I go, or I can be in hell right now by finding the negative in everyone I see and in everywhere I go. So it's like that happiness, that freedom, I think really comes from being grateful.
And that moment, after all these years, when you hit the stage and when lights go down and you had to start singing, what are you thinking about and how are you feeling today?
Well, I definitely think about taking care of my throat and, doing what my coach has taught me, just take care of it, because I am on the road so much. So it's not like I have a show this week and then I don't have a show for months, It's always working. So I really think about taking care of my throat out there. I think about being honest and vulnerable, even on nights that I don't want to be, and forcing myself to be open. That is a part of what my music is. It's about being open and sharing a story. So if I'm not willing to do that, it's not going to have the same impact behind the songs. Also to remember during that show that I am with a group of musicians that are incredible and how lucky I am to have them, and to listen to what they're doing on the stage, interact with that. That's my reaction to them is so important, our reaction to each other. And to remember to not just get caught up or thinking it's about me, because it's not. It's about the audience. And we are not special. It's our job to serve the audience. So really keeping that in mind. Yeah.
When we talked on the phone, you said that you like to taste food. Good
Love
food
food.
everywhere you go.
Oh my God. No, I'm
How
such
do you
a foodie.
keep such a good look?
No, I don't. Well, I work out like a maniac, so I've always been into exercise, and it's really good for my mind. Mm-hmm. But I do like a lot of working out, a lot of swimming, a lot of bike riding, and a lot of yoga. But also like eating, because I'm such a big foodie, and I'm such a recovering addict that like I can't have sugar, I can't have dessert anymore, and I can't have bread and pasta and rice. I can't. Because I ate so much of that shit for so many years that I actually gave myself a blood sugar imbalance. So I take medicine for blood sugar. So it was like my doctor said, okay, you can eat all that crap and you'll weigh 500 pounds and you're going to be full-blown diabetic. Or you can give that crap up and be able to do your show and be healthy.
I'm not sure you're going to eat a lot in Serbia and Croatia.
I know, I had to do it. I had to give it up.
We
but
have
every
a
now
great
and then
food.
yeah.
We have a great food.
Yeah.
And when you go home after touring for months, when you go home, what is it that you do first?
There's a lot of things I
And
do.
listen and
Yeah. The
or-
first thing I do is I hug and kiss my dog. I love my dog so much, and I hug and kiss the guy who takes care of our house and our dog for us when we're away. I love to garden. That's the first thing I do the next day when I wake up. Is I get up, I go out in the garden, I work in it all day, and I'm covered in mud and sweat, and then I constantly am washing myself off with the hose, and I'll be out there for 9 hours, and I just love it. And I love to paint, and I love to cook. I love to clean the house. I know that sounds nuts, but I love it. I'm like a psycho cleaner, so I get down and do all kinds of like little itty bitty stuff. If I see a mark on the wall, I go out into the garage and get the paintbrush and I paint over it. So I definitely have a little bit of obsessive compulsive disorder, but I just like being a homebody. I like to do things for Scott. Like I love to cook for him. And then like I'll have little dinner parties, little tiny dinner parties where I have some friends come over and we just hang out and we eat and we talk. And yeah, so I stay home. I don't really go anywhere. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you very much for doing this, and we will see you in Zagreb and Belgrade.
Thank
And
you.
we're
And
happy
you
to
have
see
this, I just want to say for the record, the sexiest voice, the most amazing blue eyes. You are a beautiful beautiful woman. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.